In February, Oglala Sioux Tribe President Frank Starr comes out, banished South Dakota Governor Kristi Noem from the Pine Ridge Indian Reservation after she alleged that the cartels were utilizing reservations to facilitate drug crimes. In March, at a winter town hall, she stated she believes tribal leaders are personally benefiting from cartels. Tribal children don't have parents who help them, and tribal councils focus on a political agenda rather than their own people. In a response to these accusations and comments, the Cheyenne River Sioux Tribe's chairman, Ryman LeBeau, stated, "The South Dakota governor speaks gossip and lies about our Lakota students, their parents, and our tribal councils. The South Dakota governor's statement made on March 13, 2024, perpetuates stereotypes, misconceptions, which are inaccurate and untrue." Now, like I said in my Letter from Nome report, Kristi Noem isn't speaking for her concerns of the Oceti-Sakowin Nation and their people. She's using our people and our struggle to shine a light on her Republican and open borders agenda, and she'll utilize and twist whatever she has to achieve that agenda. With that being said, I agree that our councils are more worried about political agendas rather than the health and safety of our people. From their cooperation with the Inflation Reduction Act's clean energy movement that impacts our people, water, land, and rights the most, to never addressing treaty neglect, genocide, and kill the Indian, save the man policies that keep our people at the bottom of every social, health, and economic indicator in 2024. It's very clear our councils have become complacent and uneducated on our quasi-sovereign position in the United States. This lack of knowledge and accountability ultimately puts our people's lives and future at risk every single day. When it comes down to it, our councils should have delegates in Washington, D.C. at all times to put pressure on Congress to make changes and uphold their end of federally and internationally backed treaties. But we don't see that. Instead, we see them banning a federal employee who doesn't even care or want to be on our reservations in the first place. Look, there isn't a tribal member in Oceti-Sakowin territory who wouldn't tell you stories of their council's mismanagement and corruption. So in conclusion, enough of the WWE activism from our councils. I get Kristi Noem is a loose cannon with her own agenda, but when it comes down to it, we are wasting valuable time and resources even speaking on her, and it's taking away from the real conversations we should be having. Active Oceti-Sakowin genocide and solutions out. Let's talk about poverty, addiction, suicide, our mental health crisis, water crisis, food crisis, job crisis, treaty crisis, etc., etc. Let's talk about continued encroachment of Oceti-Sakowin territory from the United States for national security while our security is left in the dust. Look, I get the councils are in a genocide too, but more often than not, they are complicit with it by their silence and compliance with Kill the Indian, Save the Man policy. I'm a Cheyenne River Sioux tribal member, and this is a discussion we need to have with all 7 council fires. We are in a state of emergency. There is no more room for complicity from our leaders. Banning Kristi Noem is superficial justice. Let's talk about banning the United States government and reclaiming our rights to our land and self-governance. I'm Jonathan Okutamaza, and this is an Indigenous community need to know.